Oh, this isn't my first ham rodeo.
Oh my God. Fuck you and the pig you rode in on at the ham rodeo.
We didn't capture it on the locals, but November, you said something that I thought was very insightful, which is that Ham Rodeo is the name of a restaurant in Toronto, and I think that's absolutely true.
That's gotta be true. I'll be in Toronto this summer for something. I'm gonna be on the lookout for the restaurant called Ham Rodeo.
Oh, fakest restaurants in the world, and it's not close.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ham rodeo clown is a kind of like unusual specimen. An unusual subspecies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Hello.
Mattie, take us in.
Hello. And welcome to another episode of No Gods, No Mayors, the show where we do and will talk about every mayor in order. I am the mayor for this episode, Mattie Lubchansky. I'm joined as ever by my deputy mayor, Riley Quinn, and November Kelly.
Hello.
You say hello now. She's not saying hello. There it is. Anyways, also we've got a guest this week, friend of the show, co-host of Trouble in River City with Riley, and also friends of the show, Hessa and Dan, Charles Austin. Welcome, Charles.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You know, I think the genius of this show is that when you run out of mayors, you can just start doing gods. What was Hephaestus up to, you know? Yeah. You can talk about that for another 1,000 episodes.
That's a really good point. Before we get started with the episode proper, I want to first plug that that is me, Riley, and November, are doing 3 live shows in London, England, on the South Bank at Big Belly Comedy Club, April 25 and 26th. One show on Saturday at 7, two on Sunday, 4 and 7. If you're a patron, there's discount codes available to you over there. Everybody else can get their tickets at live.nogonsnomayors.com, linking to everything in the show notes. Please come because it will be fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're planning lots of little things, lots of little devices and schemes and opportunities. I will say, since someone mentioned this, costumes strongly encouraged, I would say.
Strongly encouraged.
On a Western theme.
Yeah, it's the municipal rodeo.
I did have someone ask about this, and I said, yeah, no, of course. And what they said was, there is presumably an upper bound to hat size, and I'm going to find it. So if you are going to wear the extremely large hat, please sit in the back, but otherwise, strongly encouraged.
Yeah, I'm really excited for a bunch of random transsexuals in cowboy gear to show up on London South Bank on Sunday afternoon.
This is the most sort of cowboyism has struck the trans community since Chapel Roan.
Yeah. For sure. Okay.
It's going to be a great deal of fun. Like, I'm already looking into different boots, possibly different boots for different days.
Wow. I think someone should dress like they're going to a ham rodeo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You've got the radio headset over the crown of the 10-gallon hat and a really long microphone that goes all the way around.
I can't believe the guests are scoring points off me.
The 10-gallon hat could just be a big ham itself.
It's a huge ham. It's the ham helmet from Heathcliff the Cat.
A 10-gallon hat would be a fantastic antenna because of the height, you know?
Anyway, speaking of rodeos, before we get into our main course here, let's dive into, of course, our precious items. It is time for Municipal Roundup.
Yeah.
So I've written here in the notes, item dispersal zone, to allow for Riley to reveal her item.
Okay. I was looking for items today. I crawl through I love the Blue Sky messages. Always send us Blue Sky messages if you have mayoral news. It's better if it's less known because that's how we learn sometimes about small town stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it's spun into giant episodes like Glant.
You can also hit my ask box on Tumblr as well. Mm-hmm. I've gotten a lot of sort of mayors that way. But either way.
You could also DM me and I'll hold the ideas ransom against everyone else.
So this is the mayoral candidate. Much like last week's was the vampire was a mayoral candidate. And this guy's going to be a little bit in the same category. His name is Richie Valance, no relation.
Okay.
The Big Bopper?
No, he's 44 years old and from Doncaster. So I think he might have been named after the Big Bopper.
The medium-sized Bopper? The small Bopper? Bopper Jr.? Yeah.
Is his slogan, vote for me, baby?
His slogan is, I will never fly on a small airplane.
That's my promise to you, Doncaster. Now, it's really weird, but Richie
Valance
as
was
I
not
could learn,
also the Big Bopper. The Big Bopper and Richie Valance died at the same time, right? That's not okay. Just before you write in, please.
okay.
The Big Bopper was more of a kind of a Batman or Zorro type situation where anyone could take up the cowl, you know?
Nobody saw the two of them in the same room ever, except for that plane, and then he killed everybody.
Wearing the Big Bopper hat like the Grey Fox mask in Oblivion.
So basically, he's Doncaster campaigner Richie Valance. At no point does he ever mention that his name is Richie Valance. It's never he never makes it pertinent to his campaign. No reference in it at all.
Right.
Just
okay.
balls and strikes. So straight down the line. This is a very business-like Richie Valance.
Yeah, he has got no time for singing. He's trying to clean up Doncaster. When I read this segment, you'll understand that we are dealing with this guy who's running for mayor who happens to be one of the most median voters in history. So this is from last year, April 2025. It said the local democracy reporting service does one-to-one interviews with every single candidate for mayoralties, including the mayorship of Doncaster, offering the opportunity to basically say, okay, what are you going to do? Valance says, it's not just a case of what I'm going to do. It's what I've always wanted to do. Doncaster is my home, and I've seen it crumble and decimate. I think people should vote for me because I'm just like them. I'm a common man. As mayor, Valance said he would take from the greedy and give to the needy, saying, we literally have people living in our streets in what was our once beautiful city center. There's always been a divide, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I want to invest in real affordable housing for locals, youth clubs, recreational spaces, and real community spirit. I want to make Doncaster again. So far, so reasonable, right?
I'm sick of these MDDA chuds, you know?
So
just trying to put make Doncaster again on a flat cap. Nobody can see it from the front. It's really confusing.
I'm pulling it down over my eyes so people can see the letters.
Hey, you're not welcome here. What? So he says, Valance said reforms Alexander Jones and the conservative Nick Fletcher had copied his manifesto from the 2021 elections. He said, people think Richie doesn't know what he's doing, but I know what I'm doing. I've been slandered, beaten down, and abused, but I get back up, and I want a better place for our children. We're going to see how he's been abused later on. Valance said he would reclaim the town from decay and corruption. When asked to specify what he meant by corruption, he said, well, there are conglomerates that are buying up the city centers, and he wants to turn the council into a business, adding, I'm business-oriented. I have business experience. Again, we can he
was on that record label with Buddy Holly.
We should at this point I think have an audio stinger for when a mayor says they want to run a town like a business.
Yeah, novel idea.
And it should be hello baby, but the baby is extremely long for some reason.
It's hello baby, and then there's the cha-ching of a cash register.
Yeah, okay. All right, Sam.
Sorry.
Another inscrutable request for you. Let's see what you do with that one.
Hello, baby.
He says, I want to give people jobs in the city center, but I also want to slash the budget. I think I could save half the budget by combining all social care, adult and children, into one family service. He then said he'd invest in real affordable housing, deep clean everything with a power washer.
Oh, that's a real, the suburbs dream of violence thing there.
Oh, yeah.
Nicolas Sarkozy, future episode, talks about carcerization of the suburbs outside Paris, for instance.
Yeah, this is literally what he wanted to do, was have people go through and use Karcher pressure washers to just make the whole town of Doncaster sparkle.
They've been saying clean up too much, and they started confusing it with the physical concept of being clean.
Basically.
Here's the thing. So far, so basically normal. This is a normal kind of kooky candidate who's I'm going to power wash the town. But Valance's social media profiles claim he was approached Reform UK to be their candidate, but was rejected. But then he said he's happy with this because he doesn't like any of their policy. Valance last made headlines in 2016 when he appeared in court after, quote, causing alarm and distress to two nurses, a mistake he now regrets, when he adopted the character.
Yeah, he jumped out from behind a bush and went, hello, babe.
Different guy.
What he...
Oh, no, that's why they never caught him, is because they identified it as the Big Bopper, who was wanted for a space of nurse scarings, right?
What he did is he created a character called Donnie Clown. He dressed up as a clown.
Donnie Ham Rodeo Clown.
Yeah, last week we had the vampire candidate. And now we have the clown candidate. Is that what we're saying?
There's a BBC article that came out that said, Mayor candidate sorry for Donnie Clown conviction. Independent candidate Richie Valance has said he was deeply sorry for the 2016 public order conviction when he dressed up as a clown and scared 2 women on their way to the hospital.
The clown that scares the host.
Just a habitual woman scarer.
Yeah. He said he wore the clown's costume as a protest. He said, people have been ganging up on me. This was the way I went out before I dressed as a clown. Then I decided I would go out and protest with the mask on. I wasn't meant to be scaring anybody. I just put on the mask to hide from the abuse and slander I was getting as a mayoral candidate.
Nobody cared who he was until he put on the mask.
This is a Joker mayor, in fact.
This is the Joker.
No, that's what I mean. We are assembling a universal monsters of
Some
mayoral
kind
candidates.
of suicide squad.
The unelectables.